All right. So, hey, it's been a minute since I did a video. And, well, I've done videos, but it's been a long time since I've done a transparent, real life video that speaks to me personally and what I've been see. It's been a wild 2 years, but if you've not been here before, I'm Artesia. If you've always been here, thank you for following me on my journey and allowing me to be transparent with you throughout the entire thing. Because it's been helpful to have an outlet to talk about it and to put out information that I couldn't find myself when I was doing my surgeries. So let me just go ahead and hop into my mental health journey with both of my surgeries. So if you've been here before, you know that I've had a mommy makeover and I've had lipo 360. And they were really close together. I want to say like 6 months together. I didn't give myself a chance to heal and repair mentally, if that makes sense. I went into this with super unrealistic expectations and I was not prepared. I've done all the I've looked at things and I've done research, but you're not prepared for what happens after. And let me explain to you what that means. With my mommy makeover, I was new to everything. I was excited. I was new. You can't find much information online that's transparent because they just don't tell you all that stuff. And then with my second surgery, I wasn't so much new to it, but I knew enough to know what to expect this time around, so I knew that it was coming. So I wasn't just, hit like, whoa, this is what? And so to kind of better explain, my thought process, your emotions are tied to your body image and what you look like in the mirror, because you pay for this stuff, right? And so you're like, oh my God, what did I do? But I'll get to that. But with this, my mommy makeover, y'all, I was down in such a way that I wasn't even sure how I was gonna recover from that. And like, what do I mean by that? So basically what I mean is not being able to go to the bathroom by yourself is a humbling experience. Not being able to get out the bed is a humbling experience. Not being able to understand why you can't get a deep breath, why you can't really breathe that well, and why your emotions are up and down, up and down. And I think for me, the first surgery it took me a minute to even be able to sit up straight. It took me a second my body wasn't like a fish swollen all the time. And you have to think to yourself, man, what did I get myself into? You mean to tell me I paid $14,000 to feel like this and to look like this? Where's my results? So when you look at aesthetic surgery, you're like, oh, the bounce back gonna be real. You with these Facebook groups and these people are getting these surgeries back to back to back to back, and they on Instagram and they just posted up at the beach the next day. It's like, what? I mean, that's not real. That is a lie. That is so unrealistic. And I think that's what hit me the most, is that, oh my gosh, I cannot get out of bed. I have to roll out of bed and get up. If it were not for my husband assuring me that I was okay, I would have been a wreck. So you get in front of a mirror with your post-op body, And you like, for 1 second, you like, oh my gosh, this was a good thing. And then the scars set in, right? You're like, what did I get myself into? Sure, I had saggy skin. Sure, my boobs were saggy, but they didn't have cuts down the fronts of them. The breasts were the same color as before. I mean, you're just looking at yourself and you're like, looking in the mirror and you're like, yeah, my stomach is flat, but I'm cut from hip to hip. Like, what did I get? Was this a good decision? And so I wrestled with that for a good while. And then I went and got a lipo 360 6 months later. And I was still having those thoughts like, what did I do? What did I do? What did I do? What did I do? And I was finally starting to see some hourglass action going on. And I went and got surgery for the second time. Back in the fajas, starting from scratch. I'm now swollen again, right? Hourglass, gone. Because guess what? They've been 360ing me. And now I'm back swole, and I'm like, oh, what? And so I had moments of, what did I do? Was this a bad decision? Was it knee jerk? Did I think this one through? What am I doing? What did I do? I paid $14,000 for my makeover, only to pay $4,000 to get it messed up. What? So my mind was like going in 1,000 different directions at one time in real life. And I think for me, when it comes to setting realistic expectations, I didn't have any expectations. I just didn't want to, I didn't want to get botched. Thank God. I had great surgeons, like phenomenal surgeons. Rain and Ziakis will always be like right here. They took care of me. And I love the way their bedside manner was. They just made me feel like I'm gonna go to sleep, but I'm about to get up when we finish. I didn't think for 1 second it was gonna be any weirdness. And for me, that was good for my mental health. Going in there, when you go in there to get these surgeries, you're getting your blood pressure done, and you sitting there and it's spiking because you like freaking out. I didn't have a moment of where I had an issue. I should say that. And so when it comes to expectations, I ain't have any. I told both of them, I just want to look nice. I didn't have a goal picture. I didn't show them nobody else's body. I didn't do any of that because I knew good and well that wasn't going to be it. And I'm going to be mad as heck if that wasn't true or if I didn't get it. And so I didn't have expectations. That sounds real dumb coming out of my mouth, but to understand what I mean, you walk in there and you say, hey, I want to look like this. And they tell you, okay, I'm going to snatch your waist. You're going to look like that. And you get up and you don't look like that. How you going to feel? So for me, I didn't have any goal, nothing. Take my body and do enhancement things with what I have. And that's why I didn't feel so bad coming from that standpoint. With that being said, again, I didn't have expectations, so I knew what to look forward to during my surgery. The media portrays these lies about the misconceptions about your body gonna be just. You have to understand those females have undergone more than just one surgery. I could have a banging backside too and a snatch waist if I go for a third round. If I get a back lift, if I do all the things, get my boob, if it takes more than one round. It takes more than 2 rounds. Like I will say now, yes, I am satisfied. Like my body is phenomenal. And I'll show that in another video. It's phenomenal. But I could look like the media portrays and say, this was my first round, boom, look at me. Because most people don't tell you that that's their second and third and fourth round. I'm not knocking anyone that's done that, but that's just not what's being portrayed to the general public, right? You know, we thinking that we can go in there and have a one and done and boom, we good. And that's just not true. You're going to take some rounds to get to where you want to be if your canvas not right. Meaning, if you like me, I was 210 whole pounds. I'm not finna look like I'm a $150 when I get out of surgery, because that ain't even realistic. But the media portrays that's realistic, and it's just not. It's wrong. It's underhanded. It's not real. When it comes to my emotional spectrum of my post-surgery experience, I cried a lot. And I cried a lot because I was wrestling in my mind with, did I make this the best decision for Tisha? Did I make the best decision for my marriage? Like, did I just put some scars on my body that shouldn't even be there? Like, all kind of things go through your mind, and it's hard. So just know that that's a natural part of going through this surgery, is the evolution of what you're thinking, like when you're going through this particular time period. My highs were, I'm happy, I'm excited. My lows were, oh my gosh, Jason, what did I do to my body? I am sad. I want to cry. Oh my gosh, why didn't you stop me? And it's just like I went through a whirlwind of feelings, and it's real. And it doesn't invalidate how I feel, how I feel now and then, but I felt pretty bad going through my my post-surgery. My husband bought me a speed bike. I wanted to go ride on the trails with him, and I wanted a nice speed bike. Once spent $1,500 on this speed bike for me. Honey, got on that bike, got on that bridge, and was like, I can't breathe, like nauseated, can't breathe, like what I could do before. Now, keep in mind, back up, before I get any surgery done, I had lost almost 98 pounds naturally working out. So I know what to do, but it was after the working out, my body was still not where I wanted to be, so I enhanced it. So I say that to say this. I couldn't do cardio. I can't do cardio like I used to. I'm working towards it, but I ain't there by a long shot. Like I'm not where my hands are ashy. Washed my hands earlier. Don't judge me. I'm not where I want to be. I'm not where I used to be. I'm not where I want to be. I'm still working towards it. A little bit cardio today, a little bit cardio a day keeps the fat away, is my mind always say. I'm not where I used to be, but I still work out. I'm still losing weight, working hard, eating good, keeping my results perfect, and protecting my investment. That's what it's all about. So now that I told you that I had my low and my high days, and let me tell you what my coping strategies were. One day at a time. One day at a time. One day at a time. Your body don't heal like everyone else's body does. So one day at a time. I removed myself from those Facebook groups because it was like, why they healing real fast and I'm not healing real fast. And it was just a bunch of back and forth. And so I decided for myself, get off of the Facebook pages for surgery groups, because that was driving me crazy. And it was adding to my anxiety and why my body wasn't where I wanted it to be. And so I got off, and that's what made me start coping with body image evolution. Let's talk about that. So my body, your body, their body, everybody's body go through these different steps of evolution of your body change. How my body was when I was 3 months post-op was not how I was when I was 6 months. And then from 6 months to a year to two, my body, it changes. And do you know that your body is still changing? Like, your body is still changing. My body is still changing. when it comes to being able to retain water. I mean, the whole nine, the way that it's curving, the way that it's healing and shaping up, it is forever changing. And for me, I get excited because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's not done. The more I work out, the more I lose weight, the more that I get in shape, my body is changing. So that's like the evolution of your surgery and how you actually start to see your body form. There's gonna be some doubt. You're going to doubt that your body's even doing anything good. You're going to doubt the whole thing. Like, why did I do it? My body's not doing X, Y, and Z. But guess what? It's changing. So while you're doubting it, keep staying the course. Keep eating good. Keep working out, protecting your investment. Keep wearing your faja, because even though you think it's not working, it definitely is. There's times that my abs get tight and I put on my body, my waist belt. I lie to you not. There's sometimes I still wear my waist belt because I feel like my body needs it. Listen to your body not gonna lie to you, your body gonna tell you right. So yeah, your body forever changes, and just don't discard it, listen. So when it comes to like your support system and their impacts, like I said at the beginning of my video, if it had not been for my husband and my daughter's support, it would have been a long road to recovery. You can't do this thing by yourself. You have to have some people that's going to reassure you that you're good. And when you're in your crazy moments, they understand that and they're able to help you through that. Because again, the impact my husband had on my recovery is unbelievable. He may not even notice, but just like him being there, and when I'm rocking to get up, you know, he's not saying anything crazy. He just come over, he helped me get up. When I'm struggling to put on my faja, he come over there and just pull it tighter so I can snap it together. It's the little small things that support, whether it's physical, mental, it helps. So I urge you, before you get surgery, make sure that you have your support system in play, because y'all, there's some times that I wanted to cry and I would just sit there and let it all out because it was so necessary. Like, I'm not being dramatic. It is necessary. Your support system in surgery is so necessary that it's unbelievable. It's necessary, and I'll just leave it at that. With that being said, your mental health is real when it comes to your surgery, and the moment you get off the table, the moment you get to the house, the moment you take your first pill for your prescription, the mentalness journey sets in. So not only are you going through a mental journey, you're going to also go through your healing journey. And they're going to be side by side simultaneously. So you got to get those two in check so they can work together and not against each other. So if you have already done so, like and subscribe to my channel. Click the like button. Share this video, because I want to make sure that I'm being authentic to the surgery community, because I feel like when I was searching for this stuff in 2020 and 2021, it wasn't nobody out there giving me the real. Trial and error is what it's all about. But now that I'm 2 years in the game and I'm healed 99.8%, I feel like I have enough knowledge to give you authentic, real transparency when it comes to my journey on this side of it. So again, like and subscribe to my channel and share this video. And then until then, I will see you all next time. Bye.